everyone. Today we're going to look at how we're supposed to treat our incarcerated. So, yep, I grew up in a jailhouse, if you didn't know that. My father was a sheriff, and back in the day, that was just how it was done. So my mother cooked for the prisoners, and we kids, we saw all the craziness that could happen in a jailhouse. So it was quite an interesting life, and one that wasn't free from any dangers as well, but that was just simply how life was. So my father treated prisoners with respect. Mom prepared wonderful meals 3 times a day for them, and she even received some letters from some of them thanking her for her great cooking. Dad always said that most prisoners were good old boys who just simply made some foolish decisions. Dad saw the prisoners in his care as people, human. So wounds were treated, personal needs were met, visitors were allowed, and the jail cells were kept clean. My dad did most of the cleaning and disinfecting himself. Dad was always dedicated to helping and serving others. When asked, he would even share God with his prisoners. The conversation usually happened when he was transporting them to prison to serve out their sentences, and they got really curious about God. All this to say, when I hear that there have been a reported 47 deaths in ICE custody and all the mistreatment, who knows how many, we don't know that we have all the right numbers, but I know there's a better way of doing this. Unfortunately, it has become all about the money, making the most money off of the heads of the people there. Oh goodness, it's just really sad what's happening. But unfortunately, it's all about the money, and there's really no care for those who are there. There's just no concern for those who are in custody and they're trapped. So what does the Bible say about how we're supposed to treat our incarcerated? The Bible actually calls believers to show compassion, visit, and support prisoners, reflecting God's mercy and love. There's several Bible verses that address this, but I'm going to read you Hebrews 13:3. And it says, continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them, and those who are mistreated as if you yourself were suffering. So there are some basic principles for caring for prisoners that come out of the Bible. One is just to show compassion and kindness, providing emotional support, encouragement, and practical help. That will reflect God's love, and it acknowledges the humanity of the prisoners. Remember to pray for them. Keep prisoners in prayer, and keeping them in prayer and thought demonstrates solidarity and spiritual care. And the next thing is support rehabilitation and restoration. Scripture encourages helping prisoners find hope, transformation, and a second chance, aligning with God's redemptive work. And then act with mercy and justice. Believers are called to treat prisoners honorably, feed and care for them, reflecting Christ's teachings on mercy and justice. So the scriptures collectively guide believers to visit, pray for, and support prisoners, offering both practical help and spiritual encouragement while reflecting God's mercy and the hope of redemption. See you next time.